Hi, everybody. This is Boss back again with Crypto 24/7. This is our second podcast, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin, and we're going to talk about other coins. And we've got Rocket and we've got Expo with me today to talk about all these things. And it's exciting times. It's tough times out there with the COVID and one thing and another. I hope you're all keeping safe. But we're here tonight and we're going to have a general chat with all the experts, as I say, with Rocket and Expo, and I'm Boss. And we're with our second podcast with 24/7, Crypto 24/7. So you're all welcome, and I hope you enjoy the show. And if you have any comments or anything you'd like to say, please feel free to subscribe. And this is not a financial site in any way or any advice. It's just a general chat about cryptocurrencies. And today, as I say, Rocket, you're there now, and Expo. Bitcoin is at what? It's at $10,000 at the moment, is it? And what way is it trending at the minute today now? Is it up or down there, Rocket?
Yeah, well, it's bouncing all over the place at the minute, so it's very vulnerable at the minute. So we're all over the place. But the main things tonight we could chat about really would be the partnership with Chainlink that has happened with DEC, which is great news for DEC to be getting some partnership like that. Big coin like Chainlink, it's ranked 5 market cap, and that's about 4.5 billion. And then, of course, the partnership with a small coin that's only worth 6 million. So there must be something happening there with Chainlink. Must see some potential in DEC, and that's great news for us.
Great. Yeah, well, that's great. Expo, what do you think about that now? Come on in there.
Yeah, well, that's a great partnership with Link, because Link is number 5, as Rocket was saying there. It's number 5 on the coin market cap, so it's one of the biggest coins around. And like we said there, DEC is only 8.5 million market cap. So if Chainlink, over 4.5 billion market cap, sees potential in such a small coin, then you have to trust that they know what they're talking about. But I think this partnership has gone under the radar because of the altcoin drop that we've seen the last few days, because of Bitcoin dropping. But Bitcoin's just sitting above $10,000 here now, and that's exactly where the previous long-term downtrend resistance was, at $10,000. So I think we should get a bounce soon enough here, maybe around $10,000, maybe $9,000, $9,500. But I think we will get a bounce soon enough, and then that should lead to the altcoins recovering strong and Bitcoin recovering, and hopefully that'll lead us then back up towards $12,000 for Bitcoin, and then altcoins going on their own little alt cycle and leading us to higher gains towards the end of the year.
Great stuff. And DEC is performing okay today, is it? What was the trend today on that? Expo, what do you think about that? What do you think the trend today was?
Well, at the moment, all the altcoins are down because of this Bitcoin move, and no one really knows what to expect next from Bitcoin. But I think DEC is going to be a long-term play. But like we said there, it has that Chainlink partnership, and that definitely went under the radar. But that's a huge partnership for them, and they've a lot of other big events coming up, like we said on our episode 1 that we did the other day, where we talked about DEC. We talked about the big events coming up, like they have staking coming up, which is a big event where the people are going to be able to stake their DEC tokens and receive rewards and interest for an amount of time. They have their mainnet coming up as well, and that was one of the reasons why the Chainlink partnership is so big, because their mainnet, which was scheduled for Q1 of 2021, that's now actually ahead of schedule because of the Chainlink partnership, because they're going to be using Chainlink's decentralized oracles to allow users to bridge their personal data value, and that's key to their mainnet going live. So if they're ahead of schedule, that means that they're going to be able to release their working product and their live product hopefully by the end of this year, and that's why that partnership is going to be so big, because it's going to allow things to move on fast for DEC.
That's great, Expo. It sounds like exciting times, and I'm glad that I'm a small investor and I've got involved in the cryptocurrency world, because we need to have something in our lives now with this exciting and new adventure. Like, it's like what do you think, Rocket? It's like the computer age. People didn't believe it, but now they're all starting to sit up and listen and have a look at this cryptocurrency situation, and it's going to be one of the next big things, is it not?
It is for sure. 15, 20 years ago, people didn't know what emails were. They couldn't understand how they worked or what internet was, and now we can't live without it. So crypto is going to be the exact same thing. So we need to get in on these little small coins with the low market caps that could give us a lot of profit maybe in the long run. Even today, I think we've seen DEC had a little small pump. I think maybe somebody invested in it. So it just shows you, I'm not sure, Expo there might know exactly how much somebody invested in it, maybe 1 or 2 Bitcoin, and had a little pump of 10%, which is great, like for a coin like that, and there wasn't much actually put into it. So we see more going into the coin, and it's going to pump hopefully a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think I emailed the CEOs of the DEC and asked them to come on the show, and we'll have an interview with them shortly. I hope that they will come on the show, and we can have a chat with them, and they might give us some exciting news about other coins as well, and about the cryptocurrency world out there. I know when I looked at the cryptocurrency world a few years back, you could buy Bitcoin for I don't know what, like couple of $100, and it was hard to believe it's what has happened in the meantime. Like, and it was hard to fathom what everybody was thinking, that it was a scam or it was a pyramid situation, but I think it's turned out to be something more than that. Expo, what would you think about that situation?
Yeah, I think as well as that, it's going to get a lot easier to use over the next few years, and that's what people need to recognize. And I think they're starting to recognize it now. I think, like we said there, like Rocket was saying about the emails, a few years ago, people didn't know how to send an email, and they didn't know how to work it at all. And it was the same with the internet, with the .com bubble. No one thought it would happen. But I think over the last few years, we've seen cryptocurrency getting stronger and stronger and easier to use for people. But it's only going to get easier. People will be able to send it over their mobile phones. They'll be able to buy it with their phones. It'll be a lot easier to transact and buy and sell. And I think that's going to really improve adoption of it as well. And another thing that Rocket was saying there that I'd just like to mention was that with DEC today, we saw some bit of volume going into it on Uniswap. And I think there was $20,000 purchase from ETH, and that actually drove the price up on Uniswap up almost 10%. So you can see there that these big transactions, and it's not even really a big transaction, $20,000, 56 Ethereum is only small amount of volume really when you think on a large scale when new exchanges get added. But you can see that it moved the price 10% on that exchange for a couple of minutes. So when you think about that on the bigger picture, when new exchanges do get added for DEC, it's going to be a lot easier to move that price up, and hopefully we will see much larger market cap and much more liquidity and volume for it. So yeah, that's how DEC's looking at the moment.
Yeah, and it's great that the coin system, you can put in as little as you like, and start small, because I tell you, it's not for the faint-hearted, this cryptocurrency situation, because even the Bitcoin there, it rallies and it collapses, and it rallies and it collapses, and all the coins seem to be the same at the moment. So I suppose it's all about knowing when to get in and when to get out, but just not to use your life savings on the situation. I suppose it's just money that you can afford to maybe lose, and try and keep a good tight eye in it. But it's certainly not for the faint-hearted. What, would you agree with that, Rocket, or what do you think?
Yeah. You just have to. It's just like a little bit of a hobby, really, for anybody. It takes a little bit of interest in it, and once they get started, start off small. Wait till you get to know what you're doing and what you're at, and just play about with it for a while, and try and get used to the trading, and just see how you get on, really. But hopefully, things will start looking up now because we have had a big drop over the last few days. So hopefully, it's hit sort of bottom now, and we should start seeing things start coming back up again. So it would be a good time for people to go in now with this drop, if they wanted to start off. Again, anybody else has any comments or has any information for us on deck or anything that's happening, just let us know in the comments below, or any information at all that'll help any of the listeners out there. They can just drop us a note in there. That's about it for me.
I suppose it's only it's not a long, short term sort of gains. You'll be looking at this. I mean, you can do that. You can jump in and out, I suppose, and you can I suppose do it every day, and if you have time for it, and take your chances. But it's more of a long term situation where you see Bitcoin at, like, a few months back, $4,000, $5,000, and today it's 10,000, where it has doubled. And it's all about, I suppose, holding your nerve and trying just to work it out. Expo, you'd be an expert at all this situation, so you'd have a better feel of what's going on out there, would you?
I think people need to look more at the bigger picture. I think a lot of the altcoins now, what we've seen is a lot of them had bottomed out there around the beginning of this year and towards when the virus had struck in March. I think a lot of them had bottomed out, and then we saw a lot of altcoins rise in the last few months. And I think they've come out of their bottom area, and now they're sort of looking like they're just retesting that previous resistance, and they're lying along support. And that should allow us then, once Bitcoin stabilizes and retests this downtrend resistance into support, then I think that should allow the altcoins to keep moving up, and it'll give them sort of a healthy look over the next few months, I think. And when we're looking back, maybe in a year's time, you'll be able to see that where we are now for altcoins is just a retest of that previous resistance onto their supports, and then hopefully they're going to continue now trending up for the next few months and years to come.
Great stuff. Well, I'm very excited about the future and about being involved in cryptocurrency. And this is our Crypto 24/7. This is our second podcast, and I'm Boss, and we have Rocket, and we had Expo, and we're here. We're going to do a lot more, and we're going to talk more, and we're going to have more people on the show, and we're going to really enjoy this time with the cryptocurrency. So, anybody like to subscribe, feel free, or any comments, feel free, and we'll all go and have a good weekend and a good week, and enjoy yourselves and keep yourselves safe. This is Crypto 24 signing off, and this is the Boss, the #1 show. Thank you.